Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
But the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate, so you got to coordinate.
Which one of these competitors will be victorious on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Say hello to America's new favorite game show, Think Different TV's Play or Pass. Get ready to experience trivia like never before. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you play the game. Join our charismatic host Bubbles every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the most exhilarating trivia battles on television. As we wrap up our incredible first season, we're gearing up for an even more exciting season 2 in 2025. We're looking for sharp minds and strategic thinkers to join us for one-on-one duels, thrilling team battles, and high-energy tournaments for high school and college students. Think you've got what it takes to outsmart the competition? Prove it! Become a contestant by calling 267-225-1824 or emailing lashiastar2@gmail.com.
Go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Hey, you're watching my mommy on Think Different TV.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Think Different TV where minds meet. I'm your host, Lashia. How are you guys? How's everything going today? Real quick, I want to get a check on my volume, on my audio. Uh, Let me go to my comments real quick. We got BDBGP in the building. He says, Shia, how you feeling? How you living? What's up, bro? How are you? We got Triple in the building. He said, welcome to another episode of Tdtv. He also hashtag Tdtv and threw up the brain, the TV, and the 2 exclamation points, which is our logo for Think Different TV. All right. So, um, man, guys, it was a busy week for me, and it has not stopped yet. I still have a lot of week to go. I've been working like crazy, and working also to bring y'all the best content here on this side of YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you, Triva Lafare. Um, so I just wanted to make sure that I do that because, Think Different TV is not only a TV show, it is a brand, it is a network. And on said network, we have several shows. One being on Sunday, It's Yours Radio. We do, in my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia, and it's on the radio show, It's Yours Radio, hosted by my bros, Donnie O and Beck in Salisbury, Maryland on Live 97.5 FM. But if you are like, I don't live in Salisbury, Maryland, I can't listen to that. Yes, you absolutely can at www.live975.com. You know, definitely tune in. I come on at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, It's Yours Radio is a radio show that takes place from 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. And my segment is right smack dab in the middle. This past week we talked about the passing of Angie Stone and also her homegoing service, and how it went from being a celebration of life to a way of Monique bringing up her grievances once again with Tyler Perry. So make sure y'all go ahead and catch that on my YouTube. The replay is up under my In My Opinion playlist. So make sure y'all tune into that. Mondays, we have Think Different TV, which is every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, listen, y'all. If you're watching on Instagram, I appreciate you so much, but just know that StreamYard has not yet set it up where I can see your comments. So if you want to be seen and heard, come right on over to YouTube. And the great thing about YouTube is if you have that picture in picture, you can watch the show and be doing other stuff on your phone if you so choose. Facebook, what's up, Facebook fam? What's up, my YouTube fam? We gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. We are on episode 12 of season 4. Now, I looked at the number and I said 412, and it rings a bell. Why does it ring a bell? Oh, that's because April 12th is my little sister's birthday and it is coming up. So shout out to her. I love her so much. We were just hanging out on Saturday. We've been doing a lot of that. We've been trying to get our sister time in, and it's been very, very fun indeed. Um, Also, guys, I know y'all haven't been keeping count. I kind of lost count my damn self, but I realized that episode 14 of this season will indeed be our 150th episode of Think Different TV. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? We literally, I feel like we just celebrated the 100th episode of Think Different TV, and we are going on our 150th episode in 2 weeks. Man, oh man, time sure does fly by. Now, before I forget, we have another show that is on our network, and that is Think Different TV's Play or Pass, which is every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram. This week, we have V Brown going up against Marcus G. Who will be victorious in this episode? Who knows? Tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to see who will be victorious. All right. Don't want to miss out because these two men are absolute characters, okay? And before I forget, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and turn on that notification bell on YouTube so you don't miss out on any exclusive interviews, replays, or episodes of Think Different TV, Think Different TV's Player Pass, or in my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia. And I guess I can kind of spill the beans a little bit. Think Different TV is adding a new show to the lineup. I know. I keep adding more work on myself, but guess what, guys? It's all worth it. We're gonna have a new show Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're like, wow, that's kind of late because it's after dark shenanigans, okay? It's called Kink Different TV. Kink Different TV. So Dr. Ruth, she has passed on, and I'm hoping to pick up where she left off. So 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, we will be having Kink Different TV. Now, I'm kind of battling though, because I feel like I should just have like clips and then put the rest on Patreon. Y'all let me know what I should do, because it's going to be it's going to be risque content, and I don't want, to get flagged too many times on my YouTube. All right. So, y'all let me know what I should do in the comments. Should I, put up clips on YouTube and put the whole episodes on Patreon, or should I have the whole episode on YouTube, and then I'll probably mark it private after it airs? What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's see. We have Charlotte in the building. That's my mom. Hey, mom. She said hello, my daughter, and everyone. Chula Fire said Kink Different TV. All right. And my mom said I should do all three. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I would like to start monetizing my content, and cuz I do this for fun, but y'all, I don't want to do it for free anymore. I'm being completely honest about that. I don't want to do it for free anymore. So make sure y'all do all of the above: like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. And also, if you like what you see, make sure you share the love by sharing the live. And I know y'all see that thing going by down at the bottom of my screen. I got a Cash App, I got a Venmo. You know, show your girl some love. If you like what I'm doing, you want to toss a dollar or two my way, feel free to do so. All right, so I can keep bringing this beautiful content to you guys. All right, I got 4 minutes before I lay into the topic, so let's get into this. We got Black 31 Magazine. You can find Black 31 Magazine on IG under Black Magazine 31. It is curated and created by King George, who is shining the light on entrepreneurs, artists, content creators such as myself. This is the first issue that I was featured in. This is the second one, the Women's History Edition, with the beautiful India Rose on the cover. Make sure y'all go and support this young brother. Like I said, you can find Black 31 Magazine on Black Magazine 31 on IG. You can get the copies physically and digitally. So make sure y'all go ahead and holler at your boy, King George. Also, we have Birth by the Code by LO. This album is available on all streaming platforms. I am on tracks 9 and 13. Fire album. Make sure y'all go ahead and listen to that, John. I want to thank you once again, LO, for letting me be a part of your project. All right. Wise Choice Massage Therapy is my business. I am a licensed massage therapist. I offer Swedish, deep tissue, prenatal, and chair massage for corporate events. So if you live in the Philadelphia area, and you would like to book a session, make sure you hit me up at Lashia Star on IG. That's LASHIASTAR on IG, or you can call me or text me at 267-225-1824 to book your session. All right. Now, guys, not only do we have a super hot topic tonight, following the topic, actually, we're going to do a two play. I've been doing two play since we picked up our music video of the week this month. I've been playing it twice because the episodes have been a little bit longer due to our March Madness and our Rip from the Headline series. So I don't want to just put an hour into doing these topics, because they're really serious topics. To break it up, I play the music video of the week twice. All right. The first time is right on the hour, and then the second time is at the very end of the show. So this week we have Fox 100 with Mustard. That is our Tdtv music video of the week. So make sure y'all tune in to see this video. It is, like I said, it's going to play twice, which I think is a good benefit because some people they tune in a little late. All right. so so it's good that I play it twice, or they might tune in and they might tune in early and say, yo, on the hour they gotta like shut everything down, they gotta go to bed, they gotta get ready for work the next morning. And so it's good that I'm playing it the first time around because they don't miss the music video of the week. So I think we've been doing really good with that. Like I said, once again, TDTV's music video of the week is Mustard by Fox 100. Now, I said this topic is super hot. It's hot because it's a serious topic that I'm sure none of us ever wants to happen to our sons or daughters. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to get into the hot topic like this.
I'm coming in hot.
How about no?
Sleepovers have been a cherished tradition among children, offering opportunities for bonding and creating lasting memories. However, it is crucial to acknowledge the potential risks associated with these gatherings, as they can sometimes lead to unintended and tragic consequences. One of the most alarming aspects of sleepovers is the lack of direct parental supervision. This gap can create an environment where pranks or risky behavior escalate into dangerous situations. For instance, in 2011, James Whelan suffered severe injuries during a sleepover due to a reckless prank involving fire and cologne. Similarly, in 2017, Jamani Merritt, an 11-year-old girl, endured second-degree burns when a friend poured boiling water on her face during a sleepover, mimicking a dangerous social media challenge. In 2019, another tragic event unfolded when Antonio, a young boy, was severely injured during a sleepover prank gone wrong. Most recently, in Georgia, a 12-year-old boy suffered second-degree burns after his friends poured scalding hot water on him while he slept. These incidents highlight how quickly a seemingly innocent gathering can turn into a nightmare.
12-year-old boy has second-degree burns on most of his face. His mother asked that we hide his identity, but she wanted to talk with us about what happened to her son.
I mean, I really can't describe it now, but in that moment, I was just in shock, mad, hurt, everything, seeing red, trying to just hurry up and get to, him some help, yeah.
Tiffany West says her son was in a neighbor's apartment after a sleepover with other kids playing video games. The victim's mother says he was asleep when someone threw the hot water on him.
Yes, he was transported to the burn center in Augusta, Georgia, and he had to have surgery. Of course, he's out of surgery and he's home now, but it's going to take 12 to 14 days for him to fully heal. I always ask him, I always ask him, you mad? You sad? He just be like, no, he just don't have no emotion about it.
He numb. He numb about it. I know he like you got to be in shock to know that your friends is capable of this type of thing. Like somebody that you trusted. Like he never thought that this would be like happening to him.
The victim's family is desperately seeking justice. Between recovery and paying the bills, they know they have a very long road ahead of them.
My brother and Tiffany has been out of work since this happened and traveling, and now she's still gonna be out of work until he heals, because she got to be here for him mentally. Also, he gonna have to be like getting counseling and stuff, because he gonna have to be able to trust people again.
According to the victim's family, the other 3 boys have been released back to their families and are currently awaiting their hearing, which will take place in a month or so. Here in Tifton, I'm Mackenzie Blaze with WALB, your hometown news source.
Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get into this hot topic. Trivala Fahrer said, "That's insane. What kind of prank is pouring boiling water on somebody? I thought it was cold water." I thought so too. So, here's this hot topic ripped from the headlines: Sleepover and second-degree burns. All right. So, the sleepover incident in Georgia was a deeply troubling event that occurred in Tifton, Georgia on January 1st, 2025. During a sleepover at a neighbor's apartment, a 12-year-old boy suffered severe second-degree burns after 3 of his friends, aged 12 to 15, allegedly poured scalding hot water on him as part of a prank. The victim was asleep when the incident happened, and the boys were reportedly playing video games before deciding to carry out the act. The victim's mother, Tiffany West, described her shock and devastation upon discovering her son's injuries. He was rushed to the Joseph M. Still Burns Center in Augusta, Georgia, where he underwent emergency surgery. His recovery process is expected to take 12 to 14 days, but the emotional and psychological impact on the boy and this family is profound. The victim's aunt, Michelle Austell, mentioned that he has been emotionally withdrawn and is struggling to process the betrayal by his friends. The 3 boys involved in the incident have been charged, though the specific charges have not been disclosed. They were released to their families and are awaiting their first court hearing. The victim's family has been facing significant challenges, including taking time off work to care for him and dealing with the emotional aftermath. The community has rallied around the family, offering support, prayers, and donations. This is um the article that was published January 4th, 2025, written by Mackenzie Blaze. All right. So it's out of Tifton, Georgia. We already said that. And it recounts the details that I just talked about. But his mother wants to keep his identity hidden, which I appreciate. I appreciate her, protecting her son the best way she knows how in this moment. She doesn't want his face plastered all over the place. She wants justice, okay? And she said, I really can't describe it now. In that moment, I was just mad, hurt, and shocked. Well, y'all heard her. Um, Everything. She said, I was seeing red. I would be too. I would be too. She said, I was just trying to hurry up and get him some help because in that moment, time is of the essence. You can't start picking fights with everybody. You gotta kind of just spring into action. And the good thing is that she had the presence of mind to know, okay, let's just get him help and then we'll deal with everything else later, because the priority is making sure these burns are under control. Um, it says her son was in a neighbor's apartment after a sleepover with other kids playing video games. The boy was asleep when another child threw the hot water on him. Now, can you imagine? I don't think anyone wants to imagine sleeping and being jarred out of your sleep, feeling like you're on fire. Feeling like you're on fire. I have burnt my fingers before. My mom told her I told her the story. She said, "I already knew you burned your full self, playing around with the coffee pot at her job, turning it on and off and thinking that the burner was not on it. Then I touched it and burnt 4 of my fingers and it hurt." Okay? And that was my fingers. That was my fingers. I cannot imagine burning my face. And you know what's so crazy? To feel like you trust your neighbors enough that you can send your child over to them and they come back okay. But to send them over there one way and they come back a whole different way. And you want to scream, you want to cry, you want to yell, but you also don't want your child to feel some type of way about how they look and how, that's confidence issues down the line. That is emotional scarring down the line. The amount of therapy this young boy is going to have, the scar, the skin grafts that he's going to have, um is crazy. It's crazy. Um, I just can't imagine that ever happening. I would lose my mind. Now I have a son who is 9 years old. These boys are 12 to 15, usually the age that parents say, "Okay, let's have a sleepover. You can invite your friends over and everything like that." And then the parents are thinking, "Oh, they're 12 to 15. They'll be okay. They're playing video games. They're all right." I want to know, how big is this place? Was the scalding hot water from the spigot? Because now listen, hear me out on this. There are some places, some homes, that if you run the hot water long enough, it could be enough to burn someone and give them second-degree burns. Was it water from the spigot, or did these boys actually have the gall to put water on the stove and heat it up and pour it on this? I don't think that was the case. I don't think that was the case. I think they really got water from the spigot, because I'm a parent and I'm getting to that point where I can hear everything. I know when my son is in the kitchen, when I'm in my room. I know if he a little too quiet, why he's so quiet. I go and check. What were these people doing that they didn't notice that these kids were up to something? Ah, but even if they might microwave the water, Trevo, a parent that's alert, that knows that there are, you said the parents were drunk. Well, they didn't say that. They didn't say that unless you know something I don't know. That was not in any of the reports that I've seen that the parents were drunk. But that it could explain why they were not uh they weren't up to speed as to what was going on. I know if I'm hosting a sleepover, it used to be the kids are in a designated room, area, whatever. There were no closed doors. There were no you know, he said, I don't know. I'm just saying I think those parents were impaired or distracted by something. Okay. There, there was no closed doors. There was no, you were in a designated area. I think one sleepover I was at, we was all in the girls' room, and it was a small room. People was pretty much on top of each other, honestly. There were sleeping bags everywhere, and it never it never occurred to any one of us, now you didn't want to be the first one to fall asleep. I will say that you didn't want to be the first one to fall asleep because something was going to happen. But you wouldn't think somebody's going to do something that will permanently scar you for life. Maybe, I don't know. Put shaving cream on your hand, tickle your face and make you smack yourself with the shaving cream. You know, or some people would use cold water. They would throw cold water on the person, or they would what else would they do? Maybe draw on the person's face with like lipstick or something like that, you know. So when they get up, they be like, everybody be laughing. They're like, "What are you laughing at?" And and it's something that could easily be wiped off, easily be wiped off, and you're good to go. You know, everybody laugh, even the person that get pranked laugh. Ha ha ha. This is funny. But what part of scalding hot water is funny? All right. So my mom said, that is why I had host sleepovers. Why would the children be allowed to boil water or in the kitchen for that matter after a certain time? That's true. Some pipelines can get real hot. All right. And then she said, I slept downstairs when y'all had company. Her said, hear me out. Parents in the room, doors shut, kids alone on the other side of the house with access to it all. Mm-hmm. He said, oh my gosh. Trevo, you got my nerves. He got that lemon pepper. um, my mom said, I know you had one at our house. It was about 6 of y'all. Sound like y'all just had pillow fights and talking all night. Exactly. Now, parental supervision. Now, let's get into this because I already did a show, I believe in season 3, where I talked about, sleepovers. What would you allow your child to go to a sleepover? Yes or no? I explored the pros and cons of sleepovers, and and I just wanted y'all to determine what would y'all want to do after that. You get what I'm saying? After the show, if you were against sleepovers, were you now okay with sleepovers with some certain stipulations, or if you were somebody that was for sleepovers, did you all of a sudden change to someone who didn't like sleepovers because of the things that I presented on the show? Now, is it the sleepover, or is it the parental supervision of the sleepover that will make people not want to do sleepovers? It really comes down to it in the piece where I was talking. I said the lack of parental supervision is what really makes people decide that they don't want their child to go to sleepovers. Sometimes it could be that those parents, I mean, if you had, okay, I know y'all, I'm taking y'all back a little bit, but if your parents was like, I don't know, Helga's parents on Hey Arnold, would you really want to go to a sleepover over at their house? I mean, the mom looked like she was always high or drunk or something, and the dad was just a little too, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to go to sleepover over there, you know. And then Arnold, his grandpa and his grandma, they was fun, but they was little, it was wackadoodles. And they was living in like a halfway house or something like that, or boarding house, that's what it's called, boarding house. And you know, all them different people in and out of there, you can't do no sleepover there. Can't do no sleepover over there. So, you know, people would look and be like, I don't know, because a lot of times people don't let the kids go to sleepover because they might know that the parents ain't, they got something wrong with them, little screw loose. So they're like, I ain't trying to have my kid over there. And then you got cases where, the one case that I explored on the last show was a guy, a stepfather of one of the kids, I mean, of the girl that was hosting the sleepover. He gave these girls like drugged milkshakes or something like that, smoothies. He made smoothies for these girls, drugged them up, and you know, it was crazy, it was chaos. And very recently, I didn't put it, I didn't take and put make a thing of it, like a video. I didn't take the video or anything of it because it's very tragic. But it was some girls sleeping over at this one girl's house, and the stepfather had some allegations against him of SAing someone, and he was like he didn't want to go to prison. So he unalived these girls at the sleepover, including himself. Like, what? Truly tragic. Truly tragic. And the mom found out that her daughter was unalived at this person's house, that she trusted her daughter to go over to this girl's house for a sleepover, and come to find out that the stepfather is a wackadoodle and unalived all the girls at the sleepover, including his stepdaughter. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, um Triva says shaving cream in somebody's hand tickle with a feather, but not any hot water. Exactly. And my mom said, if I do not know the parents well, kids are not going, period. Period. All right. The thing about it is that in a world where we know there are more dangers, some people still believe that they can trust certain people with their most prized possession, well, possession, not prized possession, but most prized things, which is their children, their most cherished loved ones, their children. They're sending their children to people's homes that they hardly know, only because the child is like, Mom, but if I don't go, I'll be a social outcast, and everybody's going to talk about me at school, and then they're going to have so much fun, and then they're going to rub it in my face. They're going to have these inside jokes, and I'm not going to know what they're talking about because I wasn't there. And you know, and some parents, they're fine with that. They're like, well, listen, that's the rule. You're not doing any sleepovers. Don't ask me, you know. Don't ask me to host one over here, because we definitely not doing no sleepover over here, because I don't want to have to, you know, host other people's kids, because you don't know what their kids is exposed to when they at home. They might come into your home doing some crazy stuff, that they do over at their house, but you don't know that they do this at their house because you don't be over at their house. You feel me? So it's just a lot of things with that, and it's very unfortunate that this is something that has happened on several occasions. Like, let's go to the other stories. We know of the recent incident in Tifton, Georgia now. That happened in January of 2025. But let's take a trip back into time. In 2011, this young boy, James Whalen, went to a friend's house. This was in Tennessee. Saturday night, thinking he would have a fun time. But the 12-year-old, once again, 12 years old, because y'all know this is like the age where, is right before, well, puberty is like in the thing of puberty, and also the time when kids are feeling like, okay, parents are feeling like they could trust their children to go to stuff like this, and then they at the age where they can come back and tell them if something went wrong. And you know and thank God, I went to a sleepover and I came back in one piece, because the person's house that I went to, there wasn't a wackadoodle. I even slept over my other friend's house, and it was always like everything was cool, you know but here we go. Tennessee boy 12 doused with cologne and set on fire at a sleepover. um I got a call at 2:12 a.m. telling me there was a minor incident. A minor incident. A minor incident. Really? And this was what was told to his mother, Trudy Smith. All right. Now, when the mother learned her son had been burned, she rushed to the friend's house to pick him up and take him home. Now, how the heck, if there are parents, if there are grown-ups present, why did the mom have to rush to the home to pick him up and take him to the hospital? Why didn't the grown-ups that was supervising them take him to the hospital and tell the mom, hey, meet us here, there has been an accident? And even if it was intentionally done by another child, just say it was an accident, come to the hospital, we have him here, he's getting treated, because time is of the essence. You're letting him sit there and stew and have this burn on his face. Are you treating it? Are you putting something on it to keep it from getting worse? Like, what was there any first aid performed on this child before the mom showed up there to take him to the hospital? So anyway, um she said, but when she arrived at the home, she could clearly see her son was severely burnt. Severely burned. He has third-degree burns on his face and through his neck area. Now we're getting close to the carotid artery and all this different stuff in the neck and everything like that. It's crazy. I know burns are more superficial, but if they're bad enough, it can go and it could get worse. It could burn and get to the part where there could be very bad bleeding. Okay. And Lord help me, because I will be fighting somebody's mom. I will be fighting everybody. I will be so upset. So upset, y'all. Y'all have no idea. As much as I do to protect my son from the world, y'all might think me crazy, but for like 6 years of his life, honestly, I was carrying this boy around. Like, I would, like I we would be getting on the train. I would be carrying him in my arms. Okay. After a while, my body was like, okay, girl, you got to put him down, let him walk. But I was just so like, I don't want to let him go. I don't want to put him down. I don't want him to sit on anything. Like he was sitting on my lap. Like I would catch public transportation. Listen, I would be on 10, looking around, make sure there ain't nobody near us. I would get annoyed when people would walk really close to us when they don't need to walk really close to us. Like, what are you doing? Like, my situational awareness is through the roof when I'm by myself, but it's even more so when I have my son. And so I don't know what I would have done if I was the parent and this was happening. I don't know what I would. What? Okay, here we go. I know what I would do. Y'all might need to get some bail money together. Um, the boy also has serious burns on his shoulder, chest, and hand. Whalen said he went to bed in his friend's room late Saturday night. The next thing I knew, I smelt cologne all over me. And the next thing I knew, I felt fire. The boy thinks his friend doused him in cologne and then set his shirt on fire. When he realized his shirt was burning, he tried to put out the flames and fell down a flight of stairs and landed at the feet of several adults, setting the carpet on fire. So this kid is like the kid that did this to him is probably like problem child mixed with like what was the joint called, what is this, fire starter? Is that the name of it? The Stephen King joint? What in the world? What? They grabbed whole lots of water, throwing it on a carpet. Then all they could find for me was Dr. Pepper thrown. What? Wait. They grabbed whole lots of water, throwing it on the carpet. So they took water and threw it on the carpet. Oh, we don't want the carpet to burn up. But then all they could find for me was Dr. Pepper. And they threw Dr. Pepper on him. Y'all. Who y'all? Smith rushed her son to a nearby hospital where doctors treated his severe burns. They determined the burns were not bad enough to transfer the boy to the burn unit at Vanderbilt University Hospital. Lawrenceburg Police and Department of Children's Services are investigating what happened at the sleepover. After an interview with WTVF Tuesday night, Smith was surprised to find she could be at fault. What? They're looking into a lack of supervision charges against me for allowing my child to spend the night at a friend's house. Y'all, mind y'all, this is in 2011. This is in 2011. The investigation is still in the very early stages. As of Tuesday night, the caseworker had not interviewed the mother of the boy accused of setting Whalen's shirt on fire. The seventh grader said he has no idea why his friend would want to burn him. That sounds familiar, right? Because in the other story, the Tifton, Georgia story, they're like the boy is in shock. He don't know why his friends would do this to him. Like something just snapped, and then they was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw scalding hot water on you. Oh, I'm going to douse you in cologne and set you on fire." Why would they charge the mom that allowed the child to go to a friend's house for a sleepover? Why would they charge her were supervision charges. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Absolutely no sense. Cause she didn't know if she let her son go over there, this demon boy was going to douse her son in cologne and set him on fire. And then the adults throw Dr. Pepper on him. Y'all, I don't know how to I know how to feel about it, and I'm end up cussing somebody out. This story right here, let's fast forward a little bit to 2017. All right, this is August of 2017 in Harlem, Manhattan. All right. The 11-year-old New York New York City girl who was badly burned when boiling water was poured on her during a sleepover is talking about her horrifying ordeal. The reporter asked, "Are you angry?" And they had to ask the question because Jamani Merritt was smiling the entire time we were together. And that amazed me because 2 weeks ago, a 12-year-old poured boiling water on her as she slept in the Bronx. She said, "I can't be angry. I have to be happy." Jamani was scalded with second and third degree burns across her shoulders and 85% of her face. She can't go out in the sunlight for extended periods as her burns heal. And if she's lucky, the burns will fade and her face will return to its natural color. Her mom is amazed by Jamani's resilience, but she's also concerned. One child has been charged, but she wants two other girls and the girl's mother to be arrested as well. And I don't blame her. Lock them all up. Lock them all up. Because when I see stuff like this, so far the 3 incidents that we have went through, and we still got one more. So far, the 3 incidents is it's like, was this a setup? Did you have something against me this whole time? And I'm unknowing, not knowing that this is the case, and I show up to have a good time, and you have mischief on your mind, and you're like, we're gonna get him or her, and we gotta get him or her when they least expect it, which is when they're asleep in bed. And you notice how they didn't mention the name of the kids involved because of the simple fact that they are minors. Even though they are perpetrators, they are minors. And so to protect their identity, they can't say who they are. But I say expose them. Expose them and lock them all up. Send them to juvenile detention because this is ridiculous. Okay? This is ridiculous. Last one before we go to our Tdtv music video of the week. We have shower incident shower attack at sleepover leaves boy with third degree burns. This was in 2019, November of 2019. Once again, we have a 12-year-old boy from California. He suffered horrific third degree burns across his face, chest, and back after his friend, not really, with friends like this, we don't need enemies, right? attacked him in the shower with a cup of liquid while he was sleeping over at his house. The incident occurred on the morning of November 4th when Antonio Kemp was taking a shower at his friend's house while on a sleepover. The boy's mother, Elena Boyd, recalls the terrifying moment when her son came home banging on the door to let him in. So this is telling me this little boy, like where the sleepover, it wasn't that far from where it, like probably literally next door. His skin was hanging off of his body. Boils were around his face, and he was running through the house screaming in pain, saying, "I need help. I need help." They don't know if it was chemical or if it was hot water, hot boiling water. They said, "We don't know, but there's some type of burn on him." Now, more than a week later, Antonio, who has undergone surgery and has pig skin. They took pig skin to cover some of his wounds as he tries to regrow his own skin. They took pig skin and put it on this boy's face and neck, on his body. I gotta take a pause, y'all, real quick, because they couldn't even do a skin graft from another part of his body. They had to use pig skin to cover his burns, y'all. And he says he is traumatized by what his friend did to him. He said, "I see him, I think, with a cup, and he splashes it all over me. And right when it splashed, I started freaking out because it burned. And I looked in the mirror and I saw my skin hanging and I saw bubbles. Worst pain I've ever felt. What did he pour on me and why did he do it? That's all I want to know." Antonio says that he and his friend were not fighting and that it could not have been retaliation. He said, "I never did nothing to him." His mother has a different theory. They're good buddies. They are known to kind of play tricks on each other back and forth, and appears maybe this went a little too far. Y'all, let me go to the comments. Shiva says, "So you're telling me putting out the carpet with water and the kid with Dr. Pepper don't sound like drunk work?" It do. It does. He said, "Yeah, sounds familiar. The story of Undertaker and Kane, 1997. What kind of craziness? Horrible, horrible." Y'all, it is now time to take a break from this for I start bawling, okay? Because to know that this the last little boy, he had to, he was in the shower, taking a shower, and his friend, quote unquote, friend, threw something on him that immediately burned him. And he has skin hanging off his face and boils like, what? Oh my gosh. My son can't go to no sleepovers. Bunk that. Well, we're going to go into our Tdtv music video of the week, which is Mustard by Fox 100, is coming up next. Y'all, we still got more to come, but I just want to take a little pause for the cause because honestly, I need a break. Where's my liquor at? But again, we got the Tdtv music video of the week, Mustard by Fox 100. and we're gonna get into it just like this.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Aaliyah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
Say I'm messing with race, but I know he doesn't keep a mask on. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. This ain't no masquerade, but I know hitters that keep a mask on. Why that nigga talking, he can't even get a pass. I know you tired of being broke, well take your cash off. I know you tired of holding nuts, nigga, back on, back on. Smoking rapper, I'm selling you bubble, I don't scratch much. I'm looking like muscle, I told you niggas to catch up. But if you want that gas to come on in, I got the best of. For the right price, nigga, you can keep the rest of. Yeah, hold up, nigga, watch me do that check walk. Money counting shit, start back where I left off. I got sluggers in the boxes, ain't no baseball. I hit a Barry Bonds, take your face off. For the game, we going to millions. Press a button, I remove the ceilings. To the case, you don't know how to feel it. You gon' be a rich nigga, just get them. Count it up, double up, hundreds and fifties. I got some highs and lows, so with me. She got some ass, but want some new titties. Try to stay focused, I just want a million. I just been trapping for days. I wish I was free, all my dogs out of cage. You really been having I wait with that shit, I ain't even got the time of day. Pull up around, I send him on out. My nigga just make sure I'm motherfucking paid. He got no motion, I see him like souls. I pull on his car like a spade. This ain't no masquerade, but I know hitters that keep a mask on. Why that nigga talking, he can't even get a pack. I know you tired of being broke, well take your cash off. I know you tired of holding nuts, nigga, back off, back off. Smoking rapper, I'm selling you bubble, I don't scratch much. I'm looking like mustard, I told you niggas to catch up. But if you want that gas to come on in, I got the best of. I got it for the right price, nigga, you can keep the rest of.
GoFundMe is not life insurance. The time for life insurance is now.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. We are back with Think Different TV. Shout out to Fox 100. That was Mustard Tdtv music video of the week. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And guess what? It's going to play again. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the second play of the Tdtv music video of the week after we run through the last and final lap of this Tdtv hot topic. All right. Now, we're back to the hot topic. And Triple I Fire said, South Carolina, you know, he's from South Carolina, and he threw up the fire emojis. Awesome. Really. All right, just like how Triple La Fires did that. All right. So, just to recap, um, we have been getting into this hot topic, which is ripped from the headline: Sleepover and second-degree burns. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. If you are watching on Instagram right now, it might be cutting off soon, so make sure you mosey right on over to YouTube. And also, if you're commenting on Instagram, I can't see your comments. So you might want to once again mosey on over to YouTube so that you can be seen and heard. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new episodes, exclusive replays, or interviews from Think Different TV. Shout out to our sponsor, Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG at Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and you want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, contact Captain at 267-707-8279. All right. So, guys, we're going to get back into this hot topic now. Once again, I'm not saying the sleepovers are okay. I think it helps with bonding. You can have fun with your friends, but also I think the big drawback from it is when there is not parental supervision. When you lack parental supervision at a sleepover, that's when everything can go awry. Okay. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen. We love our kids. We want our kids to be safe. And so it's very important that we know the parents of the child throwing the sleepover. Like, some parents are they're so quick to want that weekend to themselves. And they're like, oh man, my child about to go to sleepover. Man, I gotta worry about nothing. I can go, I can I, uh, uh, they can meet the parents for like 2 seconds and be like, oh, it seems safe enough, because they just want to dump their kid. And not only could it be the kid that's having a sleepover that got some stuff with them, it could be the kid being dropped off at the sleepover that got some stuff with it, or another kid that ends up being in attendance at the sleepover. They might got some stuff with them mentally wrong that they do stuff like this. And some parents, they know their kids are bad and they think they could pacify them by giving them a sleepover, let them have their friends over, but they know that they're bad. Like, they have these psycho tendencies, like they do crazy off the wall stuff, like hurt pets, or hurt their sibling. And then they're like, well, let's still let them have a sleepover, which is so crazy because your kid is like not all there, and you think this is going to be the solution. Then when they do something to the child, when they do something to the other child that is in attendance at the sleepover, y'all want to play hush hush and keep it quiet and not tell nobody what happened. How dare, what was it, the James Whalen situation? How dare they say, oh, it was a minor incident, and she get over there, or her kid is severely burned, and they decided to cool him down with some Dr. Pepper. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, y'all. I really don't understand it. But there are some other people that are like, sleepovers, not my child. They express their views, their points of view, and they make very good cases. if I do say so myself.
If you still believe in allowing your kids to do sleepovers, I'm going to change your mind right now. I have 2 daughters, a third on the way. We don't do sleepovers. They don't sleep over there, and they don't bring their friends to sleep over here. You don't know who's going to be there. They could have a cousin, uncle, brother, friend, whoever pop up randomly, and now you don't know who's at that house. At some point throughout that sleepover, they're going to be unsupervised. Everyone's going to be asleep at some point. The amount of things that can go wrong with unsupervised children, just between children, is astronomical. Oh, but they're a longtime friend. I trust them. When it comes to my kids, I don't trust nobody. Now, if you want to see your friends longer, hey, I'll let you stay a little bit longer. I'll come pick you up an hour later. But Dad, they wanted to go to breakfast and brunch in the morning. We have plans the next day. Okay, Daddy can bring you back early in the morning. I'll wake up sooner. They're definitely not sleeping over at my house. Too much liability. I'm not risking anything happening under my roof with anyone else's children, especially while I'm asleep. Stop doing sleepovers. There's no point to them at all.
A few years ago, my wife and I made the decision that our daughter will not be doing sleepovers. Now, there's a multitude of reasons as to why, and I'm quite sure there are people who can comment on this video who had things happen at sleepovers that will definitely drive that point home. But every few months, there's an article that comes out that reminds us that we made the best decision, and today is one of those days. Apparently in Augusta, Georgia, a 12-year-old boy was having a sleepover with 3 of his friends. All the boys were between ages 12 and 15. Now, this one particular boy decided that he was going to go to bed and the other 3 stayed up playing video games. Well, while doing so, they decided that, you know what would be funny? Let's douse our friend in water. But not just water, hot, boiling water. So they come together collectively, they boil the water, and they dump it on their friend's face. Boiling hot water. Obviously, he had to be hospitalized. He was going to be living with scars, both mentally and physically, for the rest of his life because of what these boys did. Now, these boys were then arrested, but then released back into the custody of their parents pretty much immediately as they await for trial, which is going to start next month. Anyways, my heart goes out to this little boy and his family, and I hope that justice prevails in this case.
Parents, teach your kids that not everything is a game and not everything is a joke. I just watched a news interview where a mother said her son has second-degree burns now after his friends threw hot boiling water on him while he was sleeping at a sleepover. It's like at a sleepover where your kid is supposed to have fun and, you know, be enjoying and laughing with their friends. He now has these scars on him that are going to remind him of the horrible time he had at his sleepover, his friend's sleepover. So this also makes you think like, damn, you can't be sending your kids to everybody's house because you don't even know the type of, you know, supervision they have. Like, it's really, really scary. It's really, really scary. Just imagine you send your son over to somebody's house, perfectly fine, and then you get alerted because he has to go to the hospital because he has second-degree burns all over his face. All over his face. It's crazy. That's sad.
This is exactly why every time my kids ask me to sleep over someone's house or if they can go to someone's house, I say no. I might hit them with a fuck no. Because why is this boy suffering with second-degree burns on his face because some kids wanted to do a prank on him and throw scalding hot water? What prank book is that in? I get cold water, but hot water? Yeah, my kids will never be sleeping at nobody's house because this doesn't make sense. And I'm curious to know if the mom's gonna end up pressing charges because that is freaking ridiculous. This boy has to walk around and get surgery and stuff like that on his face because his friends want to do a prank. Are we not teaching our kids what's right and wrong? Because I'm confused. Because when I was a kid, I didn't play like that. What happened to putting lotion on or whipped cream on somebody's face or in their hand or putting their hand in cold water so they pee on themselves? What's wrong? What are we, how are y'all raising your kids? Where hot water, boiling hot water, it had to be boiling hot water to get second-degree burns. Y'all stop letting your kids sleep over people's houses.
Well, you heard it from the mouth of babes. They all are in consensus that they do not want their child to go to any sleepovers. And I agree with them. Man, You know, anytime your child is not with you and you are a good parent and everything like that, anytime your child is not with you, you are anxious because you don't know, like, just sending your child to school, that's one thing. Then you think you can send them over to a friend's house for a party and a sleepover, and then you never know. Like, my son is very handsome, and I know that with that comes a lot of friends, and with that comes a lot of enemies. You feel me? And you never know how some of these kids are wired nowadays. They got some stuff with them, man. You know, even back in the day, they had some stuff with them, but now today, like, they really, like, they have no concept of, um they're like very numb. We have a lot more sociopathic children out here nowadays. You know, they're very closed off, very void of emotions. A lot of them. It could be the way that they're raised, it could be what is influencing them. But a lot of time, a lot of these kids today, they don't. We could remember back in the day, you could kind of spot somebody was off. You'd be like, that person a little off. You know, I'm just gonna keep my distance. But nowadays, they mesh in so well with people that don't got nothing wrong with them. They mesh so well. They can fake it till they make it. They can blend in with the crowd real good. You don't know that they got some stuff with them. They hanging with your child. You think everything all gravy. And these are sleepovers. We're not even getting into the kids that set up other kids to get unalived. We're not getting to all that, but that's also something that happens too nowadays. Wanting to be down so bad with a certain crowd or group, they like, well, who you willing to sacrifice? Oh, well, you know, I don't really care about this bull right here, you know, but I'm gonna make him think I care about him and invite him over and pretend like we friends and all this other jazz and do all this other stuff because this boy, he, you know, he beats himself most of the time. He a nerd. He really don't be bothering nobody. He don't really have friends like that. And so somebody going to befriend him, he's like, wow, I got friends now. He goes over there, and then they like, oh, well, we gonna jump him, we gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Good job to the person that invited him over. And yo, it's just so much with these kids nowadays. They just don't care. They don't value life. They don't want to see other people thrive and be happy. And yes, I know y'all probably like, well, that's not just kids of today. Like, if you know, kids of yesterday used to be like that too. It was certain ones, you know, we just stayed away from. But like I said, nowadays they're a little bit more cunning. They're a little bit more like I said, they blend in very well, and it's scary. It's scary. Like, we want to protect our children 24/7, 365, 366 on a leap year, but it's so freaking hard because we got to also let them live their lives. And when people say, oh, well, you know, if it, you know, God don't make no mistakes, and if it's, you know, if it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen, and this, that, third. But as a parent, you be like, no, forget all that. If I gotta lock my child in the basement, ain't nothing gonna happen to him. But then you probably would get hit with CPS charges. It's no winning, you know. So you gotta let your child live their lives, but at the same time, it's people out there that don't want your child to live their lives. They don't want them to live a normal life. They want them to be disfigured. They don't want them to be cool anymore for whatever reason. They don't want them to be socially acceptable. They don't want them to be alive even. And this it's just crazy, man. And it makes me sad because you know my son he's not going to be able to tell me everything that happened. He'll tell me if somebody hit him. He'll tell me if somebody is not nice to him. And I will do my best to make sure he don't never got to be around that person again. Right? And then this phrase, kids will be kids, forget all that. When they do stuff like that, when they're dousing their friend in cologne and setting them on fire, when they're throwing scalding hot water onto them, when they're, you know, uh, throwing a liquid, an unknown liquid on them while they're in the shower, that is not a kid. That is no longer a child. That is someone who needs to be in jail. And these parents that protect their child, knowing that their child did wrong, they need to go to jail too. Because there's no reason I should go to I should get a call saying your son has been badly burned, and then I get the whole story, and come to find out your child along with two other children decided to throw scalding hot water on my child while he slept and thought it was a prank. Thought it was a prank. I, I would be like, somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail, and somebody else is going to be in this hospital next in another room. My son will be in one room, but somebody else is going to be in another room. And I don't care at that point if it's a parent or a child. I will fight somebody's child because that is just so egregious. I can't even fathom. Final thought of it all. Do what you want with this information. Do what you will with the information. Use your discernment. If you're still one of those people that's like, I'm going to let my kid go to a sleepover, use your discernment, because it's not just 12-year-olds, man. Like I said, the sleepover where the stepfather unalived all the girls at the sleepover, them girls had to been about 16, 17. It's real wackadoos out here right now. Your child is your baby, a gift from God. You need to cherish that gift. You need to protect that gift. Sleepovers ain't for everybody. And don't let nobody, if you somebody that's against sleepovers, don't let nobody try to talk you into letting your child go to sleepover, and try to tell. Like I did the show about the sleepovers. All I did was present the pros and cons, but I still want you to make your decision as to what you're going to do. I'm just putting the information out there. But there's really people out here that try to get people to go to sleep. You need to let your child go to a sleepover so they could be more socially blah blah blah. Like, and sometimes there be people saying that they don't got no kids themselves. that be trying to sacrifice your child. Your child is the sacrificial lamb. Be careful of people like that. They're weird too. Oh, you can't shelter them forever. You can't. Yes, I can. I can shelter them as long as I can. They lucky I let them go to school. Because it's crazy people that come to the school too. Not everybody raised the same. Not everybody got the same values, morals, respect. You know, the crazy thing about having free will is that you have free will. And these parents can choose to be good parents, and they can choose to be bad parents. And a lot of times the bad parents get to keep their kids. But the good parents can have one slight infraction, and then it's like, oh, we gotta take your kids. Like the lady that, her child went to school and the school found a roach in the book bag, and then they was like, oh, we're gonna call CPS because there's a roach in the kid's book bag. Are we serious? But the kid that come in with bruises all over their arms and black eyes sometimes, nobody called a CPS on those parents. Why? Why not? Oh, we don't want to jump the gun. We don't want to, we don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe the child did fall down. Maybe the child did get hit. You're weird. I say all this to say, do with the information what you will. I know my son ain't doing no sleepovers at unknown parents. Like my son sleep. He be at my mom and dad's house all the time. I ain't gotta worry about nothing like that because my mom and dad raised me, and I know they not for the foolishness, and I know ain't nothing gonna happen to my son. But not many people can say that about their own grandparents, about their own parents. They can't say that about it, and that's sad. I'm very blessed and fortunate to have the parents that I have because even because they did so well raising us and showing us what to look for and how to use our power of discernment, I can know who I'm going to have around my son. I can know who I'm going to have, who I'm going to leave my son in the care of. And it's not many people. My son may know people, but he don't be in the supervised by them people. It's either me, his dad, my mom's, his granddad, or his Gigi. That's it. I would say his uncle and aunt, but they always be busy. But but even when he's in the care of them, I don't gotta worry about nothing. It's a lot of people that can't even say that they leave their kids around their own family because of stuff that goes on. So yeah, just use your power of discernment and y'all decide what y'all want to do with that. All right? Y'all decide what y'all want to do with that. But I'm out. I've done kept y'all long enough. I hope y'all got a lot of value out of what I've shown you tonight. And I want y'all to have a great week. And I'll see y'all all next week. Coming up next, we have the Tdtv music video of the week, Mustard by Fox 100. Once again, to close this thing out, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to Think Different TV's Player Pass. We have V Brown going up against Marcus G. And that concludes the show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. All right. Y'all take care now. Bye.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Aaliyah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
Say I'm master race, but I know he doesn't keep a mask on. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. This ain't no masquerade, but I know hitters that keep a mask on. Why that nigga talking, he can't even get a pack. I know you tired of being broke, will take your cash off. I know you tired of holding nuts, nigga, back on, back on. Smoking rapper, I'm selling you bubble, I don't stress much. I'm looking like mustard, I told you niggas to catch up. But if you want that gas to come on in, I got the best of. For the right price, nigga, you can keep the rest of. Yeah, hold up, nigga, watch me do that check walk. Money counting shit, start back where I left off. I got sluggers in the boxes, ain't no baseball. Call my hitter Barry Bonds, take your face off. For the game, we doing the millions. Press a button, I remove the ceilings. To vacation, don't know how to feel it. You gon' be a rich nigga, just get them. Count it up, double up hundreds and fifties. I got some highs and lows for women. She got some ass, but wants some new titties. Tryna stay focused, I just want a million. I just been trapping for days. I wish it was free, all my dogs out of cage. You really been having I wait with this shit. I ain't even got the time of day. Pull up around, I see him on out. My nigga just make sure I'm motherfucking paid. He got no motion, I see him like souls. I put on his car like a spade. This ain't no masquerade, but I know hitters that keep a mask on. Why that nigga talking, he can't even get a pack. I know you tired of being broke, will take your cash off. I know you tired of holding nuts, nigga, back on, back on. Smoking rapper, I'm selling you bubble, I don't stress much. I'm looking like mustard, I told you niggas to catch up. But if you want that gas to come on in, I got the best of. For the right price, nigga, you can keep the rest of.
But the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. So you got to coordinate.
Uh-oh. Which one of these competitors will be victorious on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Say hello to America's new favorite game show, Think Different TV's Play or Pass. Get ready to experience trivia like never before. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you play the game. Join our charismatic host Bubbles every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the most exhilarating trivia battles on television. As we wrap up our incredible first season, we're gearing up for an even more exciting season 2 in 2025. We're looking for sharp minds and strategic thinkers to join us for one-on-one duels, thrilling team battles, and high-energy tournaments for high school and college students. Think you've got what it takes to outsmart the competition? Prove it! Become a contestant by calling 267-225-1824 or emailing lashiastar2@gmail.com. Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I